Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. So today I'm going to show you how to find the perfect client for your coaching business or any business for that matter using Facebook. Now, of course, you can run Facebook ads, but most of us are just starting out or we're just really interested in organic marketing. Okay, so I'm going to show you the free way of finding leads using Facebook. Okay, so first of all, I am in the groups section where it says discover. So to get here, what you need to do is click on the home tab there, and you'll see on the left-hand side groups, and then you'll see discover. Okay, so this is actually a Facebook showing you the best types of groups for you. Now, typically, if you are a coaching or if you're a coach, you are likely interested in the same thing that your clients are interested in, which is why you are a coach of that subject. Okay. You could be a marketing coach, a financial coach, a health coach. You could be, if we scroll through here, there's tons of types of coaches. Okay. So you want to go where your perfect client is hanging out or where you hang out. Because, for example, most of the members in our group are high level affiliates. Side note, you can sign up at bridgetbartlett.com. Even if you're already a high level member, you can upgrade. But most of us are high level agency owners. And so what we're trying to do is find local business clients. Well, you can see here, there's lots of local groups. Okay. So you should definitely start if you do local business. If the local part is important, you want to start with maybe the Chamber of Commerce group or, any type of local neighborhood groups. Maybe you want to go there. But if we want to talk about something really specific, we want to look for, especially if you're reselling software and you're coaching in the marketing niche, you want to find groups where people have preferably paid to get access to the group or maybe tools. Okay. In our program, not only are most of us reselling high level, whether it's the account or the affiliate opportunity, but we also have software like Elm Messenger, Elmatic, Elm Link, Elm Optimizer that we are resellers of. And so the perfect client for that offer is going to be business owners who are using tools. So finding groups that are based on the tool is a great way of finding your perfect client. Okay. Now, I do say the best thing is to pick the top 3 groups that get the most engagement. There's not spam. For example, if you go down and you look extraordinary coaches and business owners, there's probably a lot of spam in here. Any of the promote your business groups, probably a lot of spam. Ecamm live community, that would be a great group to join, because if you think about it, the people who are interested or using Ecamm live, they probably are going live, right? So that tells you already about them. They're using social media. Maybe they're interested in some of the tools that we're using. If you are in the Christian niche, looking for tools that are specific to churches, that's a great opportunity. Like Planning Center is a tool. You could actually just search for the name of the group there and find those people, because those people, if they are in that group, they are using a tool for their business or for their church, right? So you want to scroll through the groups and you want to find the best groups. Now, if you are already in groups, okay, for example, I'm in high level, I'm using high level, I'm already in the high level group, then that's a great place to start connecting with like-minded people, because I know high level, going to the high level group and connecting with those people, that's a great opportunity for my coaching services, because I specialize in using high level, right? So that would be a great opportunity for me. So what you need to do is search through here and find 3 of the best groups. So if you have no idea whatsoever, there are some great options for like ChatGPT, for example. Okay, so people using ChatGPT are definitely people who would be interested in maybe high level, or maybe interested in any type of tools or anything that we're using. So if you are a financial coach, maybe you want to go to like budget groups, for example. So I'm just going to type in budget, and then I'm going to search for groups, and then you'll see all kinds of people. Now, financial coaches, this is a great opportunity for you to find people who are definitely interested in saving money, maybe being debt free. Speaking of debt free, you could look for like Dave Ramsey groups, okay? Because a lot of people who are interested in being debt free are following Dave Ramsey and using, his strategies. Maybe your perfect client is a network marketing. Okay, now you could search network marketing, but beware, because most of these groups are going to be very, very spammy, and there's no sense in signing up for a spammy group because no one's really going to be engaging. Now, if you do, or maybe you have a group that is based on network marketing, just make sure it's not a spammy group. But if people are engaging and the admins are really good about keeping the spam down, then sure, that would be a great group. But you want to also think about maybe like Ray Higdon, for example. A lot of network marketers follow Ray Higdon, and he has lots of different groups in here. So that would be a great group to join. Okay. So when I say a great group, of course, it's going to be where your perfect customer or client is hanging out. Okay. Because what's cool about choosing a group is that people will segment themselves. They will join groups based on the topics that they enjoy, having a community around, that they enjoy seeing the content around that specific group, right? So when you find your top 3 groups, what you need to do is engage with those groups. Okay. So I'm going to go into a group that I already have. So let's see, let me go out of here, go back to groups. I'm going to go to my groups. So let's just see, I'm going to join, let's say planning center community. Okay. So I'm going to join, I've already joined this group. All right. So now what I want to do is, if I am brand new, of course, I want to create a post. Okay. I want to make my name known in some way. I want to provide some type of value. And actually, speaking of that, let me actually go to Church Creatives, I think is the name of the group. Let me see here. Go to groups, go to my groups. I don't know why Facebook is being a little bit wonky here. Go to my groups. Okay, get out of here. Go back to groups. Your groups. Okay. I am part of a Church Creatives group. Let me find it. And the reason I want to find it is because I actually did create a post. I don't know why it's not Church Creatives. Okay, so let me click here. Okay, so here's my group that I'm part of. I don't run this group, but it is a group that is pro content, is basically like if you think of Canva for churches. Okay, they have lots of pre-built things that they give away. Now, if I search my name, I want to show you, I actually created a post that went crazy. All right, so here's an example post that I use. And I was just saying, if you're not using Midjourney, check this out. And it had over 100, or it had 103 comments. They actually turned off the comments for this group, or for this post, because it was, people were going nuts about it. But here's the thing. When you create a post like this, it is you and your name. Okay, now you can use any post, but people, what we want to do is we want to send friend requests to the people who engage, because one, that tells us that they are engaged on Facebook. Okay, they're in the group, they're seeing the content, they're likely like real members and not just spammy people. Okay. So when we find this post, what you can do is you can click here, and then you can actually send friend requests to each of these people just by clicking add friend. Now, I will tell you, if you do this too many times, Facebook will ban you, or not ban you, but they will restrict you, and they'll say, hey, you're doing this too fast, too often. Okay. But you can actually use a tool, and also that's very time consuming just to sit here and then you want to come back every day and do this, right? But you'll see here that I actually have L Messenger installed. All right. Now, if you want a free L Messenger account, because I'm getting ready to tell you why everyone on Facebook should be using L Messenger, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com, go up here to free tools, and click here, register for a free account. Okay. Now, L Messenger, it is a Google Chrome extension and you can install it. Okay, so when you install it into Google Chrome and you enable it, then you get this cool drop down menu and you'll see that you can create tags here. There's actually a back office option I'll show you in just a second. You can create global segments here so that you can actually send messages over and over again. And then you can also automate the engagement. So if you create a post and you want to, for example, let me actually go to a post that I have here and I'll show you. Because of course the first step before you start doing any of this, and I'm sorry, I should have followed my list that I have created, is you want to optimize your profile, right? You want to tell people what it is that you do. You want to look professional. If you have a bunch of crazy pictures of you or derogatory posts, and you're going to flip your Facebook page into something professional, get rid of all that stuff, make it look good, because whatever they see here is going to be their first impression of you. Okay. Now, for me, I have all of these free tools that I can give away, right? Because I'm a reseller. Everyone in our program has free tools. So I create this, Get Leads Without Ads. Okay, that's what I specialize in. I have my bio link here. I have more info about myself. But here on my pinned post, I have, hey, who wants free training and tools? Here's all the things that you get. And then I have lots of people commenting here. Okay, now, if I want to automatically, of course, I can manually respond to these people, but sometimes I miss it. I get lots of notifications. So I can actually set up and engage where I'm telling people comment below, and then when they comment below, it will send them, I can have it heart or whatever to their comment, and then I can send them a message like saying, sending you a PM, and then I can also send them a message with the link to register. Now, the reason that this is important is because you want to create the engagement on the post because it will show it to more people. It is so interesting that every time someone comments down here, I usually get multiple comments together, right? I'll get like not just the one person commenting, but I'll get several, like maybe 4 or 5. And that's because as soon as someone comments, then Facebook says, hey, we're going to show this to more people because they're engaging on this post. So I'm getting leads without really doing anything and getting engagement on my post. So that's the goal of what we want to do, right? We need to get leads, but not just leads. We need to get the perfect client to sign up for whatever it is that we're offering. Okay, so they need to know what it is, and then we also want to offer them something really cool and irresistible. And then we also want to automate the process, right? So going back here now, you can see to do this, there are several ways that we can do this. Okay, so if you've created a post and you want to send a friend request to everyone who's engaged on the post, you'll see that when you click the engagement there, that this little window pops up. All right, now I need to add a tag. So what I'd say, and this is why I recommend choosing 3 groups that are really your perfect client that you want to share content in and you want to engage in, okay? Because if you pick more than 3 groups, it's just going to be a lot. You're going to end up sharing things over and over in the same group, and a lot of people are in the same groups, and so it just kind of looks spammy. So to be, real and organic, you definitely want to choose 3 groups to really focus on, okay? So if you're going to use this tool, we definitely want to tag the people because we want to remember where they came from. All right. Now, like I was saying, if you click on this tool in the bottom left-hand corner here, it says back office. Now you do need a premium plan to get access to the back office, but everything that you see here is part of the free plan. Okay. You can create up to 3 tags. You can create global segments and even the engages. Okay. So when you click back office, you'll see this is what it looks like. So you want to create a tag like I did here for Church Creative. So let's just create a tag together. We're just going to say training. And then I'm going to choose a color. Let's say purple because I love purple. And I'm going to save. So now I've created my training tag. All right. Now, when I go back to Facebook. Now I can just choose my training tag. Now, I don't know, I may need to refresh because I just added it. But I'm going to now tag everyone with this training tag, and it's going to put them all here. So you can see all the people that I use for the church creatives. I had them tagged here. Okay. So you can just go to the, let me find where I was now. Oops, go back. Sorry about that. So now that I refreshed, what I want to do is I want to find my tag. So it was training. Here's my tag. Okay. So I want to choose the intervals. Now, this is really where you need to be very cautious when you're using these types of tools. Facebook does not like us to use any type of automation tools for our personal profile. Okay. But we all use Facebook for business, and our personal profile is the best way of using it for business, okay? Because we can send friend requests. When you have a page, you can only send invites to the people who are already your friends, so then it kind of makes double duty and it just doesn't work out that well, right? But when you're choosing your send intervals, you want to be very conservative because, like I said, even if you go through here without using tools and I do add friend, add friend, add friend, and I do that, 10 or 20 times, it's going to restrict me and say, make sure you know this person or you're doing this too fast. But what you can do with this tool is you can set this to maybe 45 seconds. And then maybe 65 seconds. And then that way, it's going to not just send the friend request every 45 seconds, it's going to switch it up. So it's going to do maybe 45 seconds, and then the next one maybe 50 seconds, and the next one maybe like 59 seconds. And so it's going to keep flipping back and forth between 45 and 65 seconds. So it makes it more organic, like we are replicating human behavior. And that's what you always want to think about when you're using these types of tools, okay? Now here you want to choose your friend limit. If this is the first time you're ever doing this, definitely start conservatively. You may want to say 10. Okay, and then start. And then maybe tomorrow you want to run this again, because this is something that you should be doing every single day. A lot of us get caught up in the learning phase and the building phase, and we think everything needs to be perfect. But in reality, we need to start building that audience of perfect customers so that we can, on the back end, we can continue working on that. But we are using these tools to build our audience so that when we do create our amazing content and we do launch our business, we have this large audience of people who know, like, and trust us already, right? So you can choose 10, maybe tomorrow choose 15, maybe the next day choose 20. I would never do more than 50. So definitely stay around, 50. Of course, there are people that do more, but I like to be conservative because Facebook is very temperamental. So once you set your criteria here, you can click start. There is the option here if you only want to send to new people. So if you've already sent them a friend request, then it will not send it again. Okay, so you can choose there, and it says skip people you've already tagged. So if you've tagged them with something already inside of your system, it's not going to send them the friend request again. Now, when you click start, what's going to happen is, and I don't want to do this because I don't have this set up, but when you click start, what's going to happen is a window is going to pop up here, and then it's going to scroll through your list, and it's going to start sending the friend requests, okay? And then people can choose to approve. Now, if you want to go one step further and you want to get a little bit more advanced, what you can do is go to your tag here for the training, and you can actually create message segments. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this is for if you want to send them a message when you send them the friend request, which I highly recommend, but you need to be strategic about it. Okay, now if I am in this church creatives group, I want to say something about like if, for example, if I'm sending all the ones who have commented on my mid-journey post, then I want to say something about, hey, I saw that you commented, or or are you using mid-journey, or I saw you in the church creatives group. Don't say, would you like to connect I think that word connect, we're too desensitized to it. It feels spammy to us. But if you ask them a question, that's definitely a better strategy. Okay. So, for example, a question would be like, let's go to a chat GPT group. Okay. So I could go to any of these chat GPT groups if I was a member and then send, first I should totally join this group, by the way. Um, and then I could send messages saying like, "Hey, I saw you in the Chat GPT group. You know, what do you think so far? I'm still wrapping my head around this AI stuff. You know, whatever you want to say, right? I could also go to the high level group and I could say, "Hey, I saw you in the high level group. You know, what are you thinking so far? Are you struggling on anything now?" The cool thing is that when I ask, "Are you struggling with anything, or what do you think so far?" If I'm a coach, now I'm literally asking them like, "Hey, how's it going, and can I help in some way?" Right? I can, if I have loads of content and I have all of these YouTube videos, I can send them a training series on how to set up their agency, or how to create, how to automate their social media content. I have things of value that I've already created that I could share with them, or simply strike up a conversation, because I'm not trying to be spammy. I'm literally just trying to get to know them and make that connection, right? So, once you go to the group and you choose all of your questions, okay, so I'm going to go, let's just go to the, let's go back to this church creatives group here. I don't know even why I got out of that, to be honest. It's just what I do, okay? So here's my post now. All right. Now, I want to send to these people. I already have my church creatives tag here. Okay. Now, if I go back to my back office, let me just show you one I've already created. I actually have two message segments. So if I open this up, you'll see that it says, for all the people who commented on my post, I have one. And then I also have one for the friend requests. Okay. So when we're just sending friend requests, for example, this one says, "I hope you're doing well. I notice we're both part of the friend, or the church creatives group, talks about like mid journey and all of those things." But again, you want to ask them a question. All right. So one of the things that I created to make this process simpler is a prompt on ChatGPT. I use the AI PRM extension. It's free. If you guys, there is a free plan. I have the paid plan, but you can look for Facebook messaging rewriter. I don't have to give you a link, but there is a link if you want. You can also see my name here as well. But what you want to do is, if you're using a tool, it's especially easy because you can actually just create your message. So, "Hey, I saw you were using," let's just say Descript, okay, because I am new with Descript. "I saw you were using Descript, or I saw you in the Descript group. I just started using it. What do you think so far?" Okay, so I'm not really saying, "Do you want to connect?" or anything. And so what it's going to do is it's going to use the name tag. So it's going to pre-fill in the name, which is really helpful. So it's going to say, "Bob, how's your experience with Descript so far? Enjoying it? Bob, how are you finding Descript? Any initial thoughts or feedback?" Or, "Bob, curious to know your thoughts on Descript." Now I can just take this. I can, of course, reword it or say anything that I wanted to. But if I had a Descript tag over here, I would simply create my message segment. For example, let's just go back to this, create my message segment, add this here, and then I'm going to say, let's just say Descript friend request. So I'm going to give it a title. And then I'm going to add my first variation. Okay, so I could, if I didn't have that prompt to add in the tag for the first name, I could just put that there. Okay, but I actually already have it instilled here. So once I have that, I'm just going to click add variant. I'm going to go back to the next one here, and I'm going to copy this, because the reason that we're creating three, and you could create more as well, but again, we're trying to replicate human behavior. And if you are manually sending these messages, you would say it differently each time. Okay, so I'm adding those 3 segments, and I'm going to click add segment. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to create a message template. So message templates can be made up of text or even images or variations of or message segments. Okay, so I can say, hello, Bob, here's an image, and then insert a text. Okay, so I could say, hey there, and then add this tag. And then I could even upload an image if I wanted to choose one of these. Okay, so I could do that. But just to make this simple, what I'm going to do is just add my message segment. Okay. So I'm going to click add template, and that's all I need to do there. Now you'll see this message that says select message for sending friend requests. Okay, so all I need to do now to do that is just select that little circle there. All right. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to go back to my Facebook. I'm going to I need to go to the Descript group. I don't know if I'm a member, but let's just go. Descript. And I am a member, so super cool. And now I would either want to look for a post that I've already done, or I can actually even look for a post that someone else has done. Okay, so I just want to find one with a lot of engagement. Let's just say this one. And then I would choose my Descript tag. I don't think I called the tag Descript, actually. I think it's still called training. Let's go back here. Yeah, training. So let's go ahead and edit the tag, and we'll just call this Descript. Of course, I'm a horrible speller, so we're going to have Descript now. All right, so if we go back here, it might say training still. Let's search. Okay, so it's going to say training because I didn't refresh my screen. But this is the Descript tag. Let me go ahead and just refresh because that might confuse some people. Okay, so I'm going to go find my post, and actually this one might be a good one. I'm going to click there. And then now I'm going to look for my Descript tag. I can actually type it in. Descript. So I have my Descript tag now. I want to choose my time intervals. I can choose 45 to 65 is typically what I do. And then I can choose my number of friend requests. So I'm actually only going to do one here because I want to show you how it works. And I didn't really set up the messaging. I just copied and pasted just for time's sake. But when I click start, what it's going to do is it's going to start sending. Now you might get this message to log into Messenger. Let me go ahead and add that. Okay, now of course it's telling me my password's incorrect and I don't remember what it is. But as soon as I do that, it's going to go through the list. It's going to send the friend request, okay? And then because I had this toggled on here, it's going to send that message, okay? The message segment that I just created. And it's going to choose one of them, and it's going to rotate between the different ones. And that is really where the magic is when it comes to using automation with Facebook, because we don't want Facebook to realize we're using the automation. Okay. So now, of course, once you have done this and you've done this on a consistent basis, you're going to have a lot of friends on your Facebook profile that are the perfect target client. Okay. Now what you need to do is start sharing content. And if I scroll down my Facebook page, you'll see that I'm live there. I share content like Sean Clark, the CEO of High Level, is going to be at our weekly Q&A tomorrow. So I have more live training. I have some Facebook Reels. I have some other things that I just text out. So all of the content that I'm creating is designed to attract the perfect target audience, right? Or to the perfect, all of my friends that I've invited that are my perfect client. Okay. So that is really how easy it is to use Facebook to get leads for your business. Now, like I said, if you want a free account of L Messenger, just go to bridgetbartlett.com. Up here in the menu, choose L Messenger. You can go ahead and get registered. And thank you all so much for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone, so I'll see you